It's an idyllic scene. The roar of falling water after a heavy rainfall. A fresh breeze coming off a calm river. Flies dropping into pools with hopes of attracting Atlantic salmon. But this year, there's a downside.
Water levels they went low quick. Water temperatures rose very quickly, which caused salmon to become more lazy and more lethargic. Not really interested in fly.
DFO closed 77 rivers across the province this afternoon, from Labrador to the Avalon Peninsula. Many others are relegated to morning angling only. Chris Humber has been fishing out of this spot for about 15 years. Regulars have even named a small pool after him. But now he's taking a break from the river, hoping it will help the stock's survival. His friends are doing the same.
We feel it's better to leave the fish alone, let them do their thing and get up to their spawning grounds, right?
On the Gander River system, there are similar concerns.
Like last year, in the air, and we don't know until probably what's going to happen in the future, but it doesn't look good. It sounds like doom and gloom.
Calvin Francis figures salmon swimming up larger rivers will be fine, but he worries about the tributaries drying up and fish dying.
It's very rare, and sadly, it may continue for some time yet, and that's going to have a big effect on fishery, on the salmon populations, and the activity, and the recreational fishery, which is big industry for us people. A lot of up to 100 people are employed summertime on the Gander River as guides, cooks, and managers.
We usually get warm temperatures every summer, right? But it seems like this year have been remarkably hot weather, and it has brought the temperatures in the river up drastically quick, right? And it's something different. It don't normally happen every year.
Anglers here are hoping next season will bring with it some cooler temperatures. And while Chris Humber says he's hung up the rod for this season, he's still looking forward to the fall and moose hunting. Troy Turner, CBC News, Great Rattling Brook.
Well, an expert at Memorial University says we're seeing abnormally high water temperatures this summer. He says larger adult-sized salmon can't tolerate that warm water, and juvenile salmon are also at risk. It was a similar story last year.
Last year in central Newfoundland, where it was really warm as well, in late July, there were reports of dead fish in streams as well. So it seems to be getting more frequent, in recent years, but it has happened in the past. It's certainly, whether it's a trend, maybe with the warming climate, we might predict it at a trend. Remember in June, it was really cold, right? So June was so cold, but it doesn't take long for when the weather reaches, and particularly if the nighttime temperature stays warm. So that way, because these smaller rivers, for example, they track the atmospheric temperature quite well. So even if they warm up during the day, if they cool down at night, the salmon get a bit of reprieve. But if the nighttime temperatures are 20 degrees, the streams are not going to cool down. So it'll only take a few days or a week or whatever, and it's going to get really, really warm.